Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the College Football Playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Gain makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
It's 3rd and 6, a challenging spot here on the opening drive. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. The Noles will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Here's the punt, high in the air. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll try the right here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 10. Touchdown, Gators. No chance to catch it.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Now the all-important extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. And 3rd and short, to try to pick it up on the ground. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the 1st down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they'll use the ground game here. And the Noles offense is on the move now.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
The Seminoles pick up enough yards to move the sticks. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They'll test the right side here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. The Noles will come to the line looking to convert on 4th down. The defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. And the Seminoles will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another 1st down.
It makes sense going for it here. Kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Noles will line up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground here. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Noles. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackle at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Gators offense retakes the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. An important third down attempt for this offense. Here's that defense shifting again. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The Gators will look to convert here on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. Throws it to the right. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out at practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. Back onto the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass this time. A short completion of the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play. The Seminoles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Makes the catch. Can he get in? The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that 3rd down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. 1st and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. He'll hand it off. And he takes it into the end zone. Let's check and see what that marker is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Noles come to the line with 1st and goal. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Defense takes their 3rd and final timeout of the half and talk strategy.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
They've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On this, winds up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up the safety. And here's the return. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. The shotgun running play call. Stiff arms the man. Uses the stiff arm and gets past the mark before being taken down. And the Seminoles come to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on their screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
And the Noles with 1st and 10 here. And he's got it again. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. A timeout is called. An important stage late here in the second quarter. 1st down and 10. An inside give now from the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Heading left after the handoff. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 now.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points. At the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Defense not pressing this time. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass falls incomplete in the final play of this first half. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it deep to begin the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Important possession here to begin the third quarter as they try to continue momentum from the first half and build on this lead. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
But these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And the Gators are looking to keep this drive going. The linebacker shifting around now. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Second down after that previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The offense with 5 receivers now, empty backfield. And he'll drop back here on third down. Deep shot caught right at the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Gators. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and he'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Now that's called making adjustments at halftime and coming out, believing in those adjustments and attacking a defense. Good job here with the execution and a great throw by the quarterback.
Testing the right side here. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up fourth down. The Noles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. And the wideout goes in motion. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. A That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And the point after is right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Gators offense retakes the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Breaking free at the 35. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Time for one more play here in the quarter. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. Leading here in the fourth quarter, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. The catch is made for a huge pickup. No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Florida. That's just been unstoppable today. The quarterback finds his favorite receiver for yet another touchdown.
And that is another touchdown for this guy. And what's been very unique is they've moved him around. He's the left or right, outside, inside. Also ability to get downfield and make a catch. You can catch it underneath. Just a total package, having a dream game.
Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. It's a run to the left. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. First down. They're going to throw the football. Tries to get it to the running back. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
A completion sets up a second down play. They'll run it from the gun. And the Noles pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
First down here for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught over the middle. It's Humphreys. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. He's got some room and some blockers here. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. The gain moves the ball to a 34.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Movement at the second level of the defense now. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Gators. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Extra point up and good. A 19-point lead now here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. He's picked for a third time tonight. Can he take it all the way? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
There's the handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Takes the handoff again. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure works. The Gators will bring their punt team onto the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. At this point, not much you can do except play for pride. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Ball handed off. Tackled, but 1st down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the state